on this week's installment of Shane's World, and damn am I happy to say that again. We have some great news, from some Pokemon video game news to some other nostalgic early 90s or late 90s, early 2000s anime properties to Futurama stuff to Beetlejuice. All that up next. The first story we're going to talk about this week here on the show is that we are getting a live action Beyblade film. It is officially in the works. And now this film could be bad. It could be really good. Everyone thought that Detective Pikachu was going to suck, and it turned out to be really charming. Same with things like the Sonic film, who we're getting a sequel here up next month. Beyblade is, for me, a very nostalgic property. I don't know what any of the new stuff is. I haven't watched it in over 10 years, but the original Beyblade with Tyson and Kai, that show was my jam back in the day, and I love playing with the toys too. Me and my cousins had the rink. We let it rip all the time. It was very imaginative because in real life, you're just watching tops spin and clash into each other, but the show had these monsters coming out and stuff, so you could use your imagination to create this world inside your head as a kid, and I loved it. I thought it was awesome. I don't know what they've done with the property since. I kind of hope the movie goes with the original stuff, so at least I know what's going on, because if not, I'm probably going to have to go watch the newer stuff and research it, and my nephews are too old to watch it, but my son's too young to watch it, so I'm just going to be some creep watching a cartoon over and over and over. So I hope they go with the original storyline. That'd be really cool. If they do that, I could find myself getting very excited for a Beyblade film, and if this turns out well, I could see a Bakugan movie coming right behind it. So we'll have to wait and see how this film turns out, but either way, I'm feeling nostalgic for it for sure. The next up is some very interesting news for us film fans, that legendary director Quentin Tarantino, yes, the feat enthusiast himself, may be going to direct some things on the small screen. Now, we all know QT has said he's going to retire with his 10th film, which is his next film. No one wants that, but he never said he's going to stop directing. He could direct plays, he could direct television, he could write books, which he did. He turned Once Upon a Time in Hollywood into a book, and I think he's working on another one. But now it's being said that Quentin possibly has signed on to direct an episode or 2 episodes of the upcoming limited series revival of Justified, and that is so damn excited. If there was a TV show he was going to jump on and direct an episode or 2 of, Justified is perfect. It's the best Western show we've seen in a long time. I know we had Deadwood, but Justified is almost a more, I don't want to say more current, because it takes place, of course, in the West, but it's a more current, the best Western we've seen on TV in the last 20 years, I would say. Yeah, over Deadwood, take that. Just because Timothy Olyphant's one charming MFer, and this makes sense. Timothy Olyphant was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, so they're probably buddies. They're probably at least, friends. They might not be close friends, but they're friends nonetheless, so it makes sense if Quentin jumped on over to the small screen and directed some episodes of this. And I'm not going to lie to you, I haven't watched all of Justified. I've seen a couple of episodes, but I haven't watched all of it. I still need to catch up, and I'm going to try before this new limited series comes out. And if Quentin Tarantino officially signs on, it's definitely going to make me more excited, because I love Quentin's work, even though he takes way too long shots of feet. I love the rest of his movies, so if he signs on to direct, I'm definitely going to want to see that, so I'm going to have to catch up on Justified for sure, but this is exciting news nonetheless for the future of Quentin Tarantino and his fans. The next story up, we're jumping back into that nostalgia poll. Pokemon had a big press conference the other day, a Pokemon Direct that they do every 4 months or so to talk about the latest and greatest in the world outside of Pokemon. Lots of cool stuff was revealed, lots of cool stuff was talked about in this latest one, but the big thing that was revealed was Generation 9. That's every 3 years or so they reveal a new generation of Pokemon, and the new one is coming this fall, late 2022. We got to see the starters. You'll see them on screen as I put the picture up, and I'm stoked. A lot of people were like, oh, already? But you don't realize the last mainline Pokemon game came out in 2019. That's 3 years ago, and that's about right. 3 years between generations has always kind of been how it's been. Sure, we've got Pokemon games recently like Arceus and Brilliant Diamond, but those aren't the main line. They're technically spin-offs, so everyone just needs to chill out. I think it's dope. I think the new Pokemon looks so adorable, especially the green one. I'm definitely going to go with, I haven't went with a grass starter since, I don't know when I went with a grass starter last, because I was going to say Diamond, but no, I was always a Piplup guy myself, so I'm definitely going to go grass type for sure at first, but I'm stoked. It looks great. I'm someone that thought Arceus was a ton of fun, so I'm kind of a sucker for Pokemon. Like, it just gets me all up in the nostalgia feels, makes me feel like a kid again, and that's what we need in this crazy world sometimes. So I'm definitely stoked for Pokemon. What is it, Scarlet and Violet? Is that what they're called? So I'm definitely stoked for both, and I can't wait to see what you guys think of it as well. The next thing could make you feel a little nostalgic. Bite my shiny metal ass. Bender is back. Of course, while we were on hiatus, they revealed that Futurama is coming back for a limited, I guess it's not really limited, it's 2-season pickup right off the bat. So Futurama is coming back on Hulu. All of the main cast had confirmed to return except John DiMaggio, who voices Bender. You kind of need him. Bender's like, I mean, Fry's the main character, but Bender's the main character. I mean, come on. And Bender has been great. It would have been weird for him not to be voiced by John, and now he's coming back. Of course, they reach an agreement. They probably, hefted him up some price. He's a lot more in demand than he was when Futurama was around the first time. Of course, he's already on Matt Groening's other series, Simpsons and Disenchantment, as King Zog. But I'm so glad he's back as Bender. I was gonna watch this Futurama revival no matter what. Futurama was the best. It's the way better version of Rick and Morty, and I was so stoked when it got announced, and I'm even more excited now that Bender is back. I can bite his shiny metal ass as much as I want now that John DiMaggio is back to voice him, and I'm so stoked. We're definitely going to be talking about this show the closer it comes and when it officially hits Hulu next year. Now, the last story that we have for this week, the big one, is Beetlejuice. You thought I was going to say it a third time. I'm not crazy. I'm not saying that shit a third time. Beetlejuice, because Beetlejuice 2 might be coming. It's been rumored for years, decades now even. There's been stops and starts. There was a one time Beetlejuice Goes Hawaiian, and it's just never come to fruition. But now, Brad Pitt's company, Plan B, has gotten involved, and that's a big get for Beetlejuice 2, because Brad Pitt's got, as much pull as probably anyone in Hollywood. So this film is more than likely going to get made at this point with Brad Pitt's company being involved. And it's said that Michael Keaton is agreed to come back, and why not? I feel like him getting in the Batsuit probably has made him feel a little nostalgic for his own character, so why not come back to the Ghost with the most? Winona Ryder is said to be coming back. Pretty much everyone is coming back except Alec Baldwin, because there's said to be no guns allowed on set. Too soon? Either way, I'm stoked for Beetlejuice 2. I like Beetlejuice a lot. I don't love it as much as most people do, but I'm not a huge Tim Burton guy. I like the original Batman with Keaton. I like Beetlejuice. That's probably about it. I'm not a big Edward Scissorhands guy. I don't like Batman Returns. I don't like any of his newer stuff. His newer stuff's atrocious. Him and Johnny Depp stuff, in the past 15 years, atrocious. Dark Shadows, gross. Actually, what is that film? Big Eyes? Big Eyes wasn't bad. I'll give him that. Big Eyes wasn't bad. Dumbo, atrocious, so bad. But this, I could get excited for. There's no director attached, no script, no writers attached, but Brad Pitt's company's attached. Michael Keaton and Winona Ryder and the rest of the gang, minus Baldwin, are attached. So it's more than likely happening, just we don't have the official green light at this point. But either way, I am stoked to return to the world of Beetlejuice. I'm curious if they'd make it like a theatrical, or maybe they'll, make this like a big HBO Max type thing. I'm not sure. Probably theatrical though, because Michael Keaton's in his prime. Once again, we're in the Keaton renaissance right now, and I'm here for it because Michael Keaton's awesome and a good Pittsburgh boy, and that's always what's best for the world. Now, let me know what you guys thought of this week's news down in the comments below. Are you excited for the return of Beetlejuice? Are you excited for Futurama coming back? What are your thoughts on Beyblade and Pokemon coming back into the lexicon, and Quentin Tarantino jumping over to the small screen to direct some Justified? Let's know all that down in the comments below. Make sure you return to this channel right here tomorrow, because we're going to have a review for the Batman, and I'm going to try to get out one more video this weekend as well. So make sure you guys tune in for all that. Thank you all for watching so much. I'll see you guys right here next week.